Jeremy, MP, thank you both so much for your time. Your show is very funny. Was it finished in early 2020?
When was it finished, Jer?
I don't know. COVID has messed up my timeline for absolutely everything. I think. All right, you're asking too hard of questions, Darren. That's all.
Okay,
you've already stumped us.
Next question. Your show was originally a short film. Did you know when you were making the short, hey, this has got to be a TV show?
I think that we had an idea that this would be like the world that would be perfectly set up for a series. And so I think that we had that in mind. We just kind of wanted to make a proof of concept of like, these are the characters, this is the world. It has access to new characters with the different houses that we go to. So yeah, it's kind of why we made it.
In a good way. The going to a different place every week reminds me of Party Down. Do you remember that show?
I don't. Jared, do you?
I don't. You're also asking the wrong question on that. I'm
0 for 2 with Jeremy so far. Well, long story short,
you're just stumping me. I'm about to get kicked off the show, you know?
So Party Down was essentially a show that was not popular while it was on, but there were a bunch of, as the characters, struggling actors, and each week they went to a different house to cater a party to. And I think the amazing thing about something like that is, for your show, you could never run out of houses and people to meet. There's no shortage of stuff that could happen. It could be 300 episodes if you wanted it to be.
That's the plan, I think. Jared, what do you think? 300, 400? What were you thinking?
I'm going to go with Darren on this one and say 300.
Yeah, let's shoot for it.
So another thing I'm curious about is this. One of the things that makes the show hilarious to me is the awkward silence. Was that there from day one, or is that just improv and realizing that it was a funny part of it?
I think I've always been very interested in what's not being said between two people and, you know, the stuff that we make. And so Jared and I are very aware of when you're going throughout life and you're having these interactions day to day with people, there's usually a lot more that's not said than is. And so I love playing with the awkwardness in the editing with all that kind of stuff.
Do I get agreement there, Jeremy? Can we break the streak of the 0 for 2?
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
All right. Jared, what do you think about that?
I mean, for sure. And it's not with MP, with each other, because we wrote it together. So there's not really improv a ton between us because we've kind of like hashed out what we want to say. And so definitely the downtime is not coming from improv. It's, you know, I guess.
That actually leads into the next thing I was going to ask. Without giving away premises here, plants. I didn't know if that was improvised.
No, I was on a phone call with Jared one day and we were talking about a script or something. And he was, I don't know, Jared, if you were looking at a plant or something like that. But anyways, he said something about a plant. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, we have to write that down and we have to figure out a way to use it. And lo and behold, we figured it out.
And I don't know, you know, this was with Funny or Die, obviously, and they were absolutely awesome to work with. But that was, we would send in the episodes, you know, and get notes from them, make some changes, then send it to Quibi and go through that whole process that you're aware of. And that was the plant. I don't know if I just didn't get it right down on paper, but Funny or Die was kind of like, I don't know about this one, you know. Do you remember that, MP? They were kind of like,
yeah.
I'm not too sure about this plants joke.
We're like, no, you spell it Plont.
I think I misspelled. I think the first time I sent it in, I had it spelled like different, like Plahnt or something. And I think they were like, anyway, it didn't work. So we had to fix the spelling and just beg them to, like, you know, just let us keep this one, you know.
Wow. And then Nisesh, where did that come from?
And you definitely got to handle this one, dude.
Yeah, growing up, like kneeboarding was like a cool thing for a second until like wakeboarding came up, and I just hadn't heard about it in so long. And I was like, we have to pay homage to like how sick kneeboarding is. And so we thought it was so funny to like reference it as kneeing or like a new knee. And so there's just endless opportunities for jokes based around Jared and I practicing our kneeboarding in between jobs and stuff like that.
And just to treat it in the way of like it's something that's still culturally, present, so people, instantly know what you meant when you said you were going to knee, or you needed a new knee, or anyway. So
I'm still intrigued and amused. So if that counts for anything, keep it up.
it does count. So thank you.
Another thing that I'm curious about is, as a big music guy, I love the Beach Boys. And once you dig into the Beach Boys history, you realize Brian Wilson did not surf. He didn't like the beach. He was just kind of characterizing and writing about what he thought other people would kind of like and relate to. Are both of you guys water/beach people, or did you just figure out these great characters with these great premises and it became easy to write for?
Well, before we move past that, CCR was the same way, right? I mean, you're a big music guy. I looked at your Instagram and I saw you call the Beach Boys the Great American Band.
Whoa, you did research on me.
Which I don't disagree with. I don't disagree. I mean, they're sick. But anyway, CCR was the same. Like I think they were from California.
Yes.
And they were singing about like the bayou and all that stuff. And it's just, anyway, that's neither here nor there.
We could pause that and talk about like Kiss is talking about Detroit Rock City and they're from New York. History is just filled with rock and roll bands, or for lack of a better term, being posers.
Well, and Journey, like there's no South Detroit, all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
I mean, there is, but there's no South Detroit that people reference, But anyway,
yeah.
MP, enough about music. You want to tell them about swimming pools?
Jared and I, we love everything summer, everything water. Mm-hmm. We love beaches, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of the writing and a lot of the brainstorming was Jared and I by a pool, thinking about it, swimming, talking about it, joking around. So we are firm believers of water and sun.
Yeah,
that we should be in it.
It wasn't a big stretch for us to write about swimming pools. Sadly, we know enough about swimming pools to, we don't have to do a lot of research.
Does this put you both on the Jimmy Buffett spectrum of life?
I don't know exactly what all that entails, but I think so. But in our own little way, I
mean, you got to think, you'd be hard pressed to find some form of celebrity that's done it better than Jimmy Buffett, Does he live in the Bahamas full time?
I've heard he does. I would say Sammy Hagar is the grown-up version of Jimmy Buffett. He lives in Mexico and he doesn't wear shoes very much. And I think it's tacos and tequila is all that. Your version of that, is it tacos? Is that your water thing? Because some people, they go straight tilapia and salmon, and then other people go tacos when they're doing their water sports with their food.
Jared, what do you think?
Well, I like to have when I'm out and about, I like to have a nice carbonated beverage, but I don't think MP partakes in those. So,
I'll have carbonated water.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's something carbonated. That's great.
Yeah.
And bring it back to your wonderful, wonderful show. Do we know about a season 2? Do we know about future plans related to it?
Season 2 is written. We're just kind of waiting for the green light on that. But seasons 2 is primed up and ready to go, and we'll kind of go with the flow and see what happens.
Yeah, we just got to hope the Roku Channel, is incentivized enough to bring us back. But everybody over there has been absolutely amazing. So hopefully we can keep going. They're awesome.
That was actually my next question. Are those Roku Channel people wonderful to work with? And the answer sounds to be yes.
Yeah, but they've been so awesome.
It's a genuine yes. They're awesome.
And are there... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. MP,
just to finish up.
Rude. That was
no. Dude, I like
MP,
your energy right now.
Don't
He's
let him off
pumped
the
up.
hook, dude. That was rude, dude.
So the thing that I was going to say is that Colin Davis, the executive at the Roku Channel now, he was the executive over our show at Quibi, and so it's been amazing to have Colin be over there. That kind of gets what we do and is a big fan and lets us do our thing, you know. So it's a pretty perfect situation for us.
Got it. Well, 2 quick questions, and then you're both free. And the first question is there a name for what you call it when you put your sunglasses resting on your head?
Is this a trick question? Do you know the answer?
That's such a hard question.
No, I mean, it's beach season, so.
Regardless of what it's called, Jaron, I think it's sick. You know, so it's like, call it what you will, but the point is to do it because that's like the perfect spot for them. So,
yeah,
Jared, what do you think?
I just got stumped by another question.
I thought you were gonna say I just got chills.
And then the last question is, besides promoting this great season of Agua Donkeys, is there another show or project that either of you have to say, hey, keep an eye out for this coming soon?
It's just second season of Agua Donkeys. You know, that's our focus. That's what we're most excited about. And that's what we hope happens, you know. Jared?
Stump you, Jeremy?
No. I don't think so. No, I appreciate that question, but yeah, we're just really helping to get this thing, you know, keep it going. So thank you for taking the time out and talking to us. Nice of you.
Yeah, it's good chatting with you, Jared.
I'm glad to hear that there's more written, that this is the plan, that this is the long-term vision. So just keep up the greatness, both of you, and looking forward to everything that's coming in the near future. And even if it is about Creedence Clearwater Revival not really being from the Bayou.
If we get to 300 episodes, we're naming the 300th episode after you. So
jackpot.
And we're putting you in it. We're putting you in it.
Whoa.
We're not going to give you a line, maybe. We don't know. Depends on, you know, your audition, but we'll put you in it somehow.
2 thumbs up. Have a wonderful rest of the day, you upstanding gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay, good chatting with you, man. Thank you.
Paltrocast.